Oh, Gran Turismo Sport Update 1.11 is out, and that means a whole heck of a heap of new stuff, like featured above there, the 2002 Dodge Viper, featured there, the XJ13, and that Ferrari is also new. This is good timing on the new cars. There's also the Toyota Supra, the Toyota 2000 GT. I didn't do this on purpose. It's just randomly showing the new cars as I do this. So, well, that works out pretty picking good. So, it looks like it's doing the list for us. But anyway, there's also Monza Circuit, which is pretty picking cool as well. And there's even new campaign mode events. There's the Ferrari only one that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce because it's Italian, but it's a Ferrari only race. One of the tracks included there is Monza. There's a Ford Raptor race, which still keeps hopes in the back of my mind that they might add a Dodge Ram later on because, well, they already have one truck series in it. Why wouldn't they extend the truck series to make it more? Well, they just might. They have two Mazda Miata series for Jiminy Cricket's sakes, and there's only one Mazda Miata in the game, so... But anyway, moving on. That's the new stuff added. And there's miscellaneous new stuff on the new stuff as well, if that makes any sense. Like Monza is a new track, or new in the sense of in this game. And it has marbling on the side of it, which is like when the cars get a lot of rubber down and then that rubber starts to disintegrate, it makes stuff that kind of looks like marbles. That's new. I think that's the only track that has that. But, well, even when there's stuff new on new, even just the new stuff in general, well, wait for it, folks. You can't even cotton pick and use it unless you were already at the absolute max amount of money this game allows you to have. GT6 allowed you to have $50 million, and, well, it's pretty cotton picking easy to get money in GT6. You could get, it depended on a lot of circumstances, but probably on average, you could probably get about $500,000 per quick match race, and the quick match races say on average 5 minutes. And then there's other ways that you could actually get money quicker of a one-off type thing like time trials, drift trials, etc. So realistically, you could get $1 million in about 10 minutes in GT6. Let's just say that's the average. And you could have $50 million total. GT Sport. Well, this is my next point of my thoughts about this update. They patched the pit glitch, where you could just turn yourself around in pits at any track, but it worked best at Nürburgring 24 Hour. And, well, it spit you back out, and you could do a total lap in 50 seconds and get 141,000 credits in 50 seconds. So, okay, hey, that's actually slightly better than what you could do in GT6, but, well, that got fixed. Now, you get about 158,000 credits, granted, slightly more, but it takes you 12 minutes. Yeah. You can only have $20 million max, and it takes you about 10 times longer to get money now. You spend all of your money that you worked that hard to get, and it takes 10 times longer to get there. Luck is a better chance of getting the XJ13 and the Ferrari than there is grinding. And it doesn't help either that the daily workout gives you cars you already had. There's a 1 in 100 and however many cars that are in the game chance of getting either one of those. It's a, say, 1 in 180 chance. But then if you try to grind for it, well, it takes you 20 hours straight of only doing that one race. Nürburgring 24 hour, fuel on 10, you're in a N100, the rest are in a Group 1. That glitch has been explained before. I assume y'all know that. Doing that race for 20 hours straight, winning every time, doing it perfect every time. Or you just wait for luck, which in theory takes you 180 days on average-ish. I mean, it depends on the person there. Obviously, luck can go any way. People might have already had a lot of money in the bank to begin with, blah, blah, blah. But that's pretty picking messed up. PD doesn't even allow you to use part of their new content. That's getting borderline GTA 5 pay to win type stuff. Granted, GT Sport doesn't have the equivalent of shark cards. GT6 actually did, but it was pretty easy to get money in GT6, so very few people actually bought them. I ain't saying GT Sports had that. I'm just saying, as of now, GT Sports starting to stray away from how GT games used to be with relatively easy money making. Granted, in this game, they don't exactly advertise the car collecting, but still. I don't think it matters what type of fan you are of cars, what type of cars you drive a lot. I'd say a lot of people want the old LMPs just because those are historic no matter where you are in the world. Everybody likes them. Nobody just doesn't want them. Nobody just doesn't care about them. And yet, I'd be willing to bet there's probably going to be some people who play this game throughout, like, the rest of the time on, like, consistently, and they may not even ever get the car, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes. I doubt that's even over-exaggeration. And there's two of them. They might not even ever get one. Really, PD? Really? Nobody likes GTA 5 having their $20 million stuff. Like, you can buy a plane and a yacht, and both of them cost $20 million. And yet, really, in GTA, it's about $1 million an hour as well. Doing the heists and stuff. But yet, in this, it's one for $20 million. In GTA, you get two of the most expensive stuff for $20 million. And this is one. This update has a whole heck of a heap of cool stuff, but so do a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5 updates as well. And some of the stuff in GTA 5 updates you can afford. Some of the stuff you don't even really have to buy. It's just new events, aka GT Sport has new track. And there actually are new events as well. But yeah, if you compare a lot of recent GTA 5 DLCs to this GT Sport DLC, they have some stuff in common. Take that as you may, but I don't know, folks. I don't know. Let's just end on a positive, though. I don't think anyone can deny this is a pretty cop pick a good thing. In all of these, or at least I think all of these, the ones that I've tried is decals and car livery. You can search whatever now. Let's just search Mopar, because why not? That's always a good thing to search. I'm doing this one-handed, so this will take a minute. And there we go, Mopar. And I put that into search, and look at that. Look at that. You can change the period. You could go to older content in the game. You don't even need to go to the app anymore. It's beautiful. Something the Gran Turismo really don't even need an app. It's really just a website. I think there is an app for that website as well, but still, something the website could do since the game came out. Now the actual game can do that too. Wow. Really, this should have been in the game from the start. Really, Monza and all of the cars that got added here should have probably been in the game from the start as well. Maybe by now some people would have got to $20 million to buy those cars if they were in the game from the start, but whatever. GT Sport did not get delayed, unlike some other GT titles, so even though it's not the most complete game, even though it doesn't have the most content, y'all can look at it however you may. There's some good stuff, there's some bad stuff, but at least it's stuff, I guess. That's a step in a direction, isn't it? But, well, we get a 2002 Dodge Viper for not a bad price, so I guess if you just look at the positives there, that is indeed Danny worth a yeehaw! Hopefully it stays that way. Please, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes, don't add something like shark guards.